This just in, from the Reddit newsroom, we have a news.
Yo, this guy's a fucking moron!
That's a Jeep.
What
It's
is
a Jeep
this guy
thing.
doing?
You wouldn't understand.
Oh, man, this guy's a moron! Oh, my God, what is he doing? Oh, I gotta get out of here.
And Chad Poop.
And that's been your news for tonight. Also, Chad is still a piece of shit.
Is a pooping.
Got him.
Give us another one.
Yeah!
Oh, I love Sean's shirt.
Fuck yeah! Give us another one! Give us another one!
We're doing home improvement with understudy tonight.
Oh, cut it. Hey, we're gonna get freaking nuked.
I thought it was going to say something else.
Last week.
Damn it.
Last week, we lost all international viewers for like half of a week.
Okay, can we restart the show?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Anyways, that was news for today. It has to be from Florida. No, it's not from Florida.
Welcome to the Plumes of Hazard, everyone.
I believe it's Arizona. Hi, welcome and hello.
Are you going to introduce us? Or you want me to do it?
Sorry, I'm getting over a cold and I'm still a little groggy. Mass Blast 09, Understudy 77, The Angst Vapor, Fubaka. Welcome.
Everyone.
I had a monster on my way home. Peach one.
I love that chat just takes a good dump right at the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Bald.
Yeah, it's better to get it over with early, right?
Bald.
Right.
9:11 p.m.
I just brought in a Christmas present just a few months ago, and a colleague of mine sent me
A big black.
whiskey glasses. Whiskey.
Whiskey.
So I've got, and they did come with a high horse polishing clothy thing too, which is kind of funny. So I've actually got, I've got some good, like I have all sorts of glasses, and I've got, a proper nosing glass, but I don't like using it because it's this tiny little girly looking, flute. It looks like a short champagne flute, what it looks like. This one's like,
tiny little girly flute.
Yeah, it does. This is like the size of almost like a proper tumbler, and it's insulated. How cool is that?
You should totally put vaping it, dude.
So, in here I have Aberlour, which is delicious. One of my favorites.
Amber
Hey,
lamps.
Angsty, you have a little white something with some other in your hat. Yeah, get it.
It's a whitehead.
Get it. Oh, no.
Amber lamps whiskey.
Oosh. Oosh.
There we go.
If you have seen Catharlex, please call 1-800-PLUMES. Thank you.
Yes.
I want to try that number now and see if it goes anywhere.
8, 6, 7, 5.
Plumes is only. There's not enough numbers.
Well, unless it's base 64. Let's see. So, never mind.
They're having a hard time with you, Sans hat and chat.
We're gonna have a little contest. If you can figure out what this is in chat, you win a prize.
Which one? You just said it twice. No, you said it's two different things. You overflowed the cache or something.
That's what it is, Sean. It's a fucking buffer overflower.
Check chat.
Oh, that's funny.
Well done. That was very good.
Sorry about that, chat people. Come on back in. Masty promises to not.
Mash just wanted to poop you out one more time.
Oh man.
This one didn't require a wipe.
Wait a minute. Hold it. You done?
You shot clean? It's always nice when you shot clean. It's good.
Can't say I've pitched a perfect game.
Yeah. Doesn't happen very often.
I mean, some pitchers go their whole career without one.
Lab Rat said lots of buffering on the video tonight. That's because Masty is DDoSing us all, overflowing packets and whatever.
Actually, no. Labrat just needs to change his fucking router because it's a piece of shit. Tell him. He'll tell him.
He asked me earlier. I hopped in the hangout and he's like, maybe you can answer that. And so I was like, well, like the problem is clearly in your encoding or decoding of this Wi-Fi signal. Anyway,
Does he have the recommended amount of dedicated WAM?
it's stated to WAM. I don't think so for the server. No.
Why are people asking for the Vapor Chef discount code?
Oh, I'm sure there probably is one.
Yeah.
It is Christmas.
I think he's clearing inventory. I mean,
Christmas.
Dong Meganum says he's watching.
He's watching. I've been teasing him for a few days that he doesn't watch. Apparently,
My
that's
Magnum Dong.
Well, I hope you brought your massive condoms. Or your Magnum. No.
So what are y'all vaping on? Vaping friends?
Who are you vaping, or are you two destroyed after your bathroom trip a few minutes ago?
Nah, I was vaping during my bathroom trip.
Okay, Crow. No kidding.
Anyway, I've got the Renegade backup running with the Griffin 25 on here. Yeah, it arrived. I've got
Nice.
the limeade and embedding. This thing is fucking just.
Guess so?
I'll talk about more about that tank later. And then I got the Kayfun 5 in too.
Is that a Steam Monkey tip? Is that one of the bones?
That looks like a fucking golf tee.
Kind of, yeah.
It's a Steam Monkey bone.
Yeah.
I would just like to know if that Drip Tips model number is the Flavor Destroyer.
Right.
I don't know, man. Piss tastes pretty good still. Yeah, I got it here on the SX Mini. Also, back up and running
How
after.
clear his vape was with the vapor coming out. It was like half dense, maybe less.
Well, I was talking, man.
I'm just saying.
Oh, hush.
I'm glad. That's a really fine drip tip. I don't think I've ever seen somebody with one that used it. Oh, I forgot. Did Eric say that?
Yeah.
I think you said one of those.
I have. Yeah, I'm not dripping anything right now. I'm out of like my preferred Cloud Bro juices. So, yeah. Go over some mo. What do you think, Steve?
Build box for Exocet on the inside and the Omen on the outside, and there is abolishment. The Dia is back to regular old rail cracker, nerd on top, bell cap, fancy curvy bell cap, and Omen on top. And last but not least, I've got the Pega Tech Port. I'm rocking that again. Ooh, look! I just realized that I've got Omen on top of this too. OG Omen. This one I bought in like 2013 or 20.
Omen's a topper, huh?
Long time ago, but it looked right. It looked right on it. I kind of dug it. So I'm rocking this, and this has got rail cracker in it actually, on mesh. Wait. Let's see. You ready? Watch. Hashtag mesh clouds.
Bro.
That was pretty dense.
No dry hits either.
How's the flavor?
The flavor is good. I don't.
You put rail cracker in there?
Yeah.
All right, you were telling. I think you told me like before you did it.
Yeah, I had a Welshman in it first because I was out of rail cracker for a while. I am no longer out of rail cracker.
Hey, Angsty, I have a grand idea. Do you have any Foos Gold laying around?
I think I do actually.
I think. If you believe in me,
I believe in you.
I think you should. I think you should run some Foos Gold in there.
Well, I'm looking. It may be in the closet. Yeah, I think it's in the closet because I haven't used it in a while. I rotate through my juices, but it's probably well steeped.
I'm in your closet.
You're definitely.
But yeah, I think you should try it in there. I think you'll. I think you'd be surprised.
I'm sure it's mega steeped at this point. And
I've had it on mesh before, and I thought it tasted phenomenal. But it was in a Jenny.
Yeah.
But still, I figure it should be along the same spectrum.
Wait, hold on. And now I have a Narda, not fanboying, I think, but it's been on their mods for how many episodes and counting now? What? The Narda?
Yeah, he's saying that the Narda is the truth. 2016 flavor RTA.
Oh. It's absolutely 2016 flavor RTA. It's 2016 Cloudsbro RTA, as far as I'm concerned. At least my flavor.
It's 2016 everything RTA, I think.
Yeah. Squawking RDA, flavor RDA. Clouds RDA.
We're not doing our ratings.
Sean, what are you thinking?
We're waiting a couple weeks for that, right? To do like best of the year and worst.
Oh yeah. Well, assuming we do a show.
Yeah. Well, I assume. Well, we'll have to talk about that. Maybe we'll figure that out live.
Doing it live.
With a Narda with a curvy bell cap, a Geppetto drip tip, and abolishment, and a Build Box Rev 4 with an Omen tip, with one of those fancy like inward curved buttons. From who makes these buttons?
JMK.
JMK, that's it. With an exo set and get pissed. Masty?
I'm not vaping anything tonight. Still getting over a cold, so no vaping for me.
So Elaborate brought something up, and I feel like we talked about it already, but the MasterCard thing?
Yeah, we did. But we can bring it up again. That's all right.
Basically, if he would watch the show more regularly, he would know this.
Well, see, it's not really his fault. It's his fault for buying that piece of shit router that he has.
Too slow. Too slow.
Gotcha.
He's only getting 100 megabytes.
Wait, so is he watching last week's episode right now?
Yeah.
The router, not him. Remember that.
Yeah.
So fuck it. Let's figure this out. Are we gonna take off the day after Christmas?
I'll jump in, especially if we do like a.
You tell people if we're gonna take off the day after Christmas.
We could do like a special like top cool shit. No.
Yeah, but we could also do that the day after New Year's.
That's true.
I'll be around most likely.
Yeah, but that's too late. Day after New Year's is too late. That's the next year.
Well, then we
It's
have
never
to do it
too
next week.
late.
We already the answer is in Zadcha. There will be no show the day after Christmas.
All right.
Oh.
Maybe
So we'll either have to do top of the year next week, or we'll have to do it the day after New Year's.
we can do it next week. I don't anticipate anything coming out last week.
I guess I'll stream on Twitch the day after Christmas. I should be in better quality by then.
Yep. So just so you guys know, day after Christmas there will be no Plumes. Mark your fucking calendars or whatever. We won't be here. Which means next week will be our Christmas show / best of the year show.
I'm really hungry.
And worst of the year show. There's a lot of bad shit to talk about in 2016 too. That one will be fun.
There is. And the shit just keeps piling up. Everybody, you still have another week to fuck some shit up.
Let's see. Maybe Russia will hack us and make us good.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You see Russia hacks U.S. and then you see hackers hack into Russian bank and steal $31 million.
Okay, we need to hack that shirt.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I like both of these shirts. Thank you.
You got to button that shit up, dog.
No, I
Well,
don't.
and since
I want the meh. Okay. This
You can button it up there, but come on.
This shirt is specifically, it's for a reason. It's because if I take it off, you won't be able to tell where the couch starts and where I begin.
Let's talk about some actual news about, for example, good news or bad news, however you want to see them. FDA extends the December 31st deadline. Because now we really have a real chance to repeal the FDA regulations.
That was my first thing of my news.
Well, let's talk about it.
You stole
Oh my god, you broke Eggsy's heart. If you play back in slow motion, you can see the exact second his heart breaks.
We're done. We're done for tonight. So
Play everybody.
We have literally come to the point where we're fighting each other for topics. There's
That's okay because I actually picked up another one by accident. So,
okay. Well, let's talk about the Joytech Ocular. That's just another one.
Well, let's talk FDA stuff.
Yeah, FDA stuff.
I know nothing about it, so
I'll let you guys talk FDA stuff because I'm sick of being known as the advocacy guy.
Well, you are the fucking advocacy guy. Look at you. You look like a big fucking advocacy fucking lumberjack.
I have.
Meh.
I have not been the advocacy lumberjack for a while.
I posted a link in side chat for the particular PDF in question. But the way I understand it, the short of it is you've got another 6 months to register your tobacco products, which is kind of interesting, right? I kind of have to wonder if that was for the people or if that was for the FDA.
Regardless, it's a blessing. And it's
I would wager both because apparently it's very difficult to do, and I'm guessing they're getting flooded with way more than what they thought.
I've been told it's not so much difficult as it is time-consuming.
Right.
And not only that, like if I remember correctly, and I might not remember correctly, there was only they were only anticipating like 800 PMTA applications anyway.
Yeah. Okay. That's like they've covered that's paper next.
I was just gonna say that's freaking the Vapors Knowles juice line.
What they were for? I think they're now starting to understand.
It's not.
Dojo's not a whole lot different. They got a lot of uses up in there in that dojo.
They've cut a good amount from what I remember.
Hey, these match.
Faggots.
I'm fucking matchy.
Oh, dear. I don't have mine around here. I'm not sure where they are. I've got a pile of stuff off cam there that is obscuring them at the moment. This was closer.
I mean, I could put on like my glasses.
Oh, you can read my screen.
But see, with these, you can totally read my screen. This, I think, is a little bit harder.
Search bobes.
A little bit harder.
Sean, are they going to see a reflection off your screen that's topless?
No. No.
I just have a pink circle on my screen. It's a record, but it looks like a bub.
So the guy who said it's not for the PMTA applications, I'm aware of that, but my guess is that they also didn't anticipate exactly how many business registration things they would get either.
Right.
Yeah.
If they were only anticipating like 800 total PMTAs or whatever the fuck, I don't remember the number exactly. But then they were probably only anticipating a few hundred businesses, and they're probably starting to get a few thousand. So there you have it.
Like, oh, Billy Bob's got some juice.
Crow's asking, while we're on the lumberjack thing, when did they start going to Hogwarts?
Hey. So, well, that's probably in reference.
This scarf is actually from Scotland, so.
Actually, I was just at Hogwarts this weekend.
You were.
Oh, you were. There you go.
Delicious, amazing.
Yeah,
that shit. Yeah.
Dude, I pick a wallpaper every week. It's usually geeky or nerdy that revolves something that I'm doing or watching or reading or whatever. And I'm rereading Harry Potter right now.
I have been rewatching The Sopranos, and it's been amazing.
Last week was Steven Universe because I just had like sat through and watched all of Steven Universe. So every week it changes something that I'm doing. I just never talk about it.
Hey, another company going out of business. All right.
I will say something kind of interesting to me is the concept of how minimal of a view into life you get from this show. So like people seem to have certain expectations of us, and if we go outside of those expectations when we're live, it's very strange, right? Like I very rarely wear my hat.
I'm a person with feelings.
No,
life.
It's just an interesting thing that I've picked up on because I very rarely wear my hat if we're not doing the show, or it's winter, or I'm going outside. I tend to wear a lot of like flannel shirts and shit, but you never see that because I don't do it on the show. Because why would I wear a long sleeve flannel shirt in my house?
And shockingly, I don't wear sleeveless
Because they're comfortable.
either.
Well, and that's your big one, right? Like it's weird if you're not wearing a tank top, but you don't wear tank tops all the time.
I don't wear tank tops out.
Yeah,
I wear this shit. I wear this shit to work. I just sit there and eat ice cream all day.
it's just an interesting thing to me.
Yeah.
Don't tell them. I've been taking some home in my
Y'all
beard.
fucking working
Every
at
night.
office, so
Yeah, if you go slightly outside of the norm of what people are used to seeing you in, it becomes like a big deal.
I have like pens found in there. And freaking, you want Sharpies? Got Sharpies up in there too. Let's see what else. I think I have a Mooch one in here somewhere. Nope.
And you really shouldn't be publicly broadcasting all the crap you steal from your company.
The Cromwell says, "I've never disappointed since I expect very little from you guys."
I appreciate it. That's the way to be.
That's right. Set expectations low, baby. That's what we're talking about.
so we're always fucking shit's always lit, fam.
Oh,
Are we coming on 3 years doing this?
Yeah,
Yes.
almost
In
done.
3 years of doing this, I would like to believe that we have consistently made sure that people keep their
Oh my
pretty low.
That's a fucking mute.
Pretty low.
Yeah. Wait, can you come back?
Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone.
Because that mute was insane.
That's
Can you say that again?
I only scratched my back with Hellfire.
You were saying
Abby
that,
Smith pens.
viewers' expectations have probably always been low.
Mm-hmm.
No, we've kept them low.
Yeah, we keep them low. It's like, oh, they're coming up. Oh, back down.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down.
So, FDA things. Yeah, there's a PDF. Go click it.
They suck.
Yeah, you know. What you gonna talk about the Griffin?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the Kayfun too. So, I bought the Kayfun 5 with bell cap, which took its first spill this morning. Thank you, sis. Took a spill literally as the train was rolling up this morning, and very small chip in the cap, but more importantly, one of my now rare Science of Vaping Delrin wide bore tips fucking shot away. If I had 45 seconds to fucking look for it, I probably would have found it, but I didn't. So
Well, the upside is the GMK ones are very similar.
this is true.
Ahmed,
I can't get them for $5.
No.
you need tethers. You're bad, bro.
It wasn't
Tethers.
me. It wasn't me. It was my sister.
Oh,
She's
tethers.
Would she just smack you?
Yeah, by accident.
Hmm.
She's like, "We're here." Take that shit.
So yeah, that sucked, but it's fine because it was on an SX Mini.
Yeah, that thing probably hurt the floor.
It probably did.
It almost derailed the train as it was rolling up.
If you would have had derailment in there, yeah.
God, I was fucking hoping someone wouldn't say that.
The SX Mini, I think, is the Nokia candy bar phone of vaping.
No,
Dude,
you know,
actually, I actually love that I could. I mean, it's a little heavy, sure, but
yeah, the SX Mini is what they drop out of the back of, I don't know if you've seen those Ford versus Chevy commercials where they drop all the shit in the bed and it makes a big ass dent. The SX Mini is what they drop out of there.
Fucking
And it just
Perry comes with a
dings
box
the
of SX Minis and just dumps it into the bed, weighs down the suspension.
Yeah. I also heard it's the ones that they launch up into space and then drop down when you want to do those kinetic bombs from space.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is it done with kinetic sand?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Mm.
That's
So-
the pack. That's the packing around it when they.
I guess I'll start with the Kayfun in that I do have to fix my coil because it's reading about 0.3 ohms higher than it should be right now. That aside, it hasn't burnt or whatever. I like this thing. He forgot to send me the chamber reducer kit, but I have it set pretty decent right now. I think I could probably dial it in better when I get the chamber reducer kit from it. I have piston here. So I'm not going to show you the internals. It's just like the Kayfun Mini. To the T, right? Angsty?
Yeah.
Just blow it up. The bell cap shortens it a little bit from the stock tank, which is nice because this thing is tall, just in general. So I've been enjoying it quite a bit. Built it. It's easy to build, easy to wick. I did 10 wrap, 26, 3mm in here. My go-to build. They've been really nice. It's warm. I have a lot of 3mm pist left, and I feel like, I don't know. I'll see how I get through the week with this. I may have to put 6mm pist in here.
Mm.
I'm used to vaping it at like 45 watts, so. But the flavor is really nice out of here, so we'll see. I like it.
Yeah,
If you're,
it's good, man. I mean, that's all there's to it. It's
if you want honestly, if you want something with a draw that's closer to the Kayfun Light, if you're that staunch about your mouth to lung, I'd go with the Mini V3.
yes,
You can definitely dial in a better mouth to lung on the Mini. But I like this. I like having a Kayfun on the go again.
mm-hmm.
So
Well, there's a reason that thing replaced like all of my other tanks.
yeah. Oh, one other detail. Making me feel a little regretful that I sold my Expo stick to Shaker.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. Maybe I'll buy another one down the road. If I can get one. Yeah. So I like this. It's dope. Sorry I chipped you first day out. Tables have turned darkness. Okay, so the Griffin. This thing is absurd. It's got a giant fucking deck, like velocity posts, 2 air holes,
25
25mm.
millimeter.
This is like the Delring cap, the threaded Delring cap. I did it just so it weighs a little less on top. Weight distribution is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
I think. And plus this mod isn't heavy. So this thing is deceivingly heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty light. It's fuckload lighter than this thing. This thing's dense. Like I'm in that now, like God forbid someone rolls up on me and I'm vaping on my cave. Like, yeah. Murder weapon. Try losing this at Opalaka. Anyway, so I didn't know what to build in here because I can't put like 26 gauge 10. I can't put my billow build in here. There's way too much air, way too big a chamber. So I thought about putting Claptons in there. Then I'm like, I don't want the finicky wick, whatever.
Yeah.
So I did 24 gauge, 9 wrap, 3mm. Ohms out to 0.4 on the button. Slapped it on here. I've been vaping it at 60 watts. Limeade and bedding. Yeah. Limeade and bedding, the first couple hits of your day are going to be a little throaty. If you can't handle that, then be a man. 60 watts is a bit... Puts the chest on your hair, man. This build has not equated to the flavor I got on my Billow 3. I kind of expected as much. This thing is very airy. It puts out a lot of vapor. I'm going to try maybe putting Claptons in here or putting a bigger 24 gauge build in here. Maybe.
Well, that chimney too.
Yeah, this thing's just. It's like a coffee can, dude. Yeah, look at that thing, man. Like, here's it next to the billow. Like, look at the space between the chimney and the glass, and then look at it with the Griffin. There's like nothing. This thing supposedly holds like 8 mils or something, 9 mils. I don't know. I haven't been vaping it like all the time, so I don't plan on taking this thing out of the house. Light as it is, it's just I have the Kayfun. I bought this Kayfun with a purpose. So yeah. Also, I was gifted a goon. I haven't built it yet. It's black.
Ew.
It spans.
Oh, now it's got a gash.
Nah, it hit the keyboard. It's soft. That's alright. So yeah, I'm gonna build this sometime between now and next week. So yeah, kind of excited about that.
Word. The goo looks pretty cool.
So
I know a lot of people were excited about the deck.
yeah. Also, if you're hanging out in chat and you're thinking about leaving, don't stick around because we have some Mooch news later on.
Oh, my Bellcat finally came. Thank you, Senor Mun.
Very nice.
I need to rebuild my Narda, so I need to tend to that at some point. Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
I'm putting together a couple of peak jars to share because your RTA news reminded me of a thing. Share winner. Here we go. So, old E Phoenix of Hurricane fame.
Yeah. There we go.
Has come out with a new Hurricane. The Hurricane
Whoa.
V2. So here's the Hurricane
What's that
V2 all
yellow
busted
stuff?
down.
Why does it look so like Lannister-esque?
Yeah.
Or is that just the lighting?
I think it's just the lighting.
It looks very gold, right?
It does. It does. But I think that's the reflection back here, and it's not helping with these posts, whatever they are. There's not a whole lot of details out about it yet. I just saw these, I think, today or yesterday. But here it is, half put together, still with the amber lighting. I do know that they're having a replacement whole decks for dual coil or single coil. I think it's coming with single coil stock, and then they're also coming out with multiple airflow holes. So somewhat reminiscent of the Kayfun 5's solution. They actually have like a 2 millimeter hole, but I think you have to replace the whole block. So
That's huge.
well, that's it's not small.
Do the holes provide lemon or airflow?
Probably. Here's the. I mean, if you've had the first, freaking, my mind just went totally blank. I keep seeing E Phoenix, Hurricane. Thank you. If you've seen the regular Hurricane, you pretty much recognize this, except for the air hole on top of the.
What, the lack of spares?
Yeah. On top of the deck is actually just massive, and also they've managed to make the Hurricane uglier. I mean, you've got like big, scallops up here. You've got freaking knurling down here.
I hope Chris Munn's already gotten the dimensions for it.
Yeah, right. I hope so too.
It's that kind of tank.
Apparently, they're selling e-liquid now, but there's what it looks like altogether. It is. It's not a looker, that's for sure, but it is a thing. And Slick Rick actually just mentioned something that I was not planning on talking about, but we can. Vaping Arts. They were carrying the Insane. So the guys that made the Inax actually made a tank and I didn't have this on my my news, but it's a good idea to talk about.
It looks like a sad face.
It does look like a shocked face, doesn't it? So in typical Inax form, they can't have a normal build. This one, you put your coil over your air holes, and then your wicks actually go into these little tanks, into like the C-shaped tank. So it's a little tiny RTA. So I mean, is it interesting? Yes. Is it different? Yes. Am I going to pay $170 for it? I don't think so. Now, if that had a squonking hole, perhaps on the bottom, maybe.
Maybe.
But I don't think so. It does not. But there's a thing. Air hole. Oh yeah, there's a air hole. Modifications you can put in there too. I forgot.
As much as I didn't care for the other Inax Addies and such, one thing I have heard from everyone that's owned one and from handling one, they are built very well. So they do have that. Their QC is.
They're also one of the few guys who really try to do shit that's different. Instead of just taking, the Kayfun was super popular, let's make something just like the Kayfun and make it look a little different. Yeah. They actually kind of I think, go to a drawing board and say, how can we make something vape different?
Yeah.
Which I appreciate that about their stuff, because it seems like they don't follow any trend.
If it's in your budget and you like that kind of style of vape, I'd say it's worth it.
Well, that one's a cotton too, I think.
Yeah, it is
and that's off their beaten path.
Well off their beaten path. They're definitely not really a mesh.
They've gotten soft.
We're keeping up. One of the two. People moved away from mesh for a while back, which
do you think this is going to be like their Black album?
It might be possible. So that actually does kind of lead us into the next thing, and I'm trying to decide still how I want to do this. I may do an up close tech time thing to do to the port, because it's so hard to just show it. So I don't think there's tech time, is there tonight, Massey?
Nope.
Okay, we'll do tech time with Angsty later. I do have another product that I did see that came out a while back. This has actually been in a tab on my my browser for a while, and I kept forgetting to talk about it on the show. But I remember this time, and we're going to talk about it real briefly because I think it's kind of neat. So if you guys have been watching for a while, you know that I'm a big fan of the Xtar VC4 for a charger. They do have a newer one. It's not brand new, but it's newer, and we haven't talked about it yet. But this is the screen share coming across, Sean?
Yep.
Cool. This is the Dragon VP4 Plus, which is great.
Radical.
Goofy name. But it does a couple things that I find to be kind of interesting.
Dodge pump.
What?
Nothing.
Oh. So one thing I think is kind of cool is they've got their bays seem to be a little bit wider. So I think you probably should be able to charge 2650s in any of the bays as opposed to just the outside two, like you can with the VC4 and most other ones that are 4 bays. In fact, you can see here, there's a D right here in the third bay.
We like a wider bay.
But the thing that's about this thing that's kind of cool is some of the other wacky things that it can do. First of all, it can charge 32 650s if you happen to have any of those. But the other thing it does, Massey, I thought you might be kind of interested in, is you can charge a LiPo out the back, which is
nice.
So it's like a balanced LiPo battery pack.
That's neat as fuck, dude.
Yeah. The other thing that's pretty cool is it does 2 amp, but it's an option, and you can choose which charge rate you want to do just by pushing a little button. So the VC4 with the bay number 1 to number 4, you can just charge at an amp. They're just going to charge at an amp unless you put anything in 2 and 3. And if you put anything in 2 and 3, everything goes to half an amp. That's just the way that one works. This one, it's kind of cool that on the outside too, you can go up to 2 amps, or you can do 1 amps in all of them, which is kind of cool. So I think that's neat. The other thing was pretty slick is they've got a test mode and a discharge test mode. So you can actually go through, discharge your battery all the way down, and then charge it back up so you can actually measure the current life a little more accurately. And then the other thing that's cool is it comes with freaking little multimeter plugs, so you can measure the not only the voltage of a battery, but also the internal resistance of a battery because it's got a little multimeter built in.
Wait, why wouldn't you just put the battery in the charger to do that?
Well, what if you don't want to charge it?
No, you just don't have it plugged in.
Right. I don't know the answer to that question. I think the big thing here is you can check the internal resistance of the battery, which you can't do if you just plug it in. Right?
Why can't you just put the battery in and test it that way?
It probably doesn't tell you what it is if you just test it like that. It just tells you you're right. It would tell you the voltage, but it wouldn't tell you the internal resistance. And Slod, you're right. I actually did see Phil Basardo, Mr. P. Basardo, did do a whole review on this thing, which I have not watched yet. But
why?
But
Who the hell is P. Basardo?
P. Basardo.
He probably means Pete.
Mm-hmm. So it's got a built-in micro memory card. You can do tests of your batteries if you're wanting to save those things. You can basically make yourself a little mini Mooch.
Wait, can you mini Mooch?
Yeah,
actually, it erases batteries' minds too. Did you see that?
Yeah, it does. If you have nickel metal hydride, it will.
Will brings up a very, very good point. Does it have a bottle opener?
I don't know if it's got a bottle opener, but I do know that you can, like some other smaller chargers and off-brand chargers, now you can charge things off of your batteries, which I think is cool. For example,
The Luck was always like that.
Yes, the Luck is one of the ones that does that.
I want to say my first charger I had, which was the Xtar 2B, I think had that ability as well.
Yeah. And look at this shit. You got an iPhone getting charged, LiPo getting charged, 4 cells getting charged, all the same.
That's like an electronics gangbang going on right there, man.
Yeah, you just want like a little Rip Trippers excited, and that's not okay here.
Yeah, well, sorry, this thing kind of sucks. I think it's cool. I'm kind of nerdy when it comes to this. I kind of dig this. Plus, all right, this is a little too much. It'll actually tell you with like a voice apparently if you put your battery in backwards or when it's finished charging.
My God! Can we get Mooch to do the recording? Hey, your battery is done.
There you go.
Hey, you put the battery in, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Oh, just like other edge chargings, it supposedly will be able to take a damaged low voltage, fully discharged cell and try to recover it. Anyway, I think that thing's pretty cool. I'll put a link in the chat in case you want to see it. But I'm sure you can go watch People Starto's video on it if you want some more information.
Dude, if I need
Xtar can send us one so we can break it.
If I need another charger, I'd totally consider that. I mean, I have the 4 and I like it a lot.
Xtar, if you're listening, ship one and let it get lost and no palaka.
Mm-hmm. Last but not by any means least. Oh, and I just realized I closed my other browser, which I will need to have this here. Oh, stupid Facebook, go away. Unfortunately, it's a Facebook link. I'm sorry, but that's because this information is now. There is a 3D printed mod, a mechanical mod, out there called the Mushroom. It's not the smallest. It's not the coolest maybe online, but it is very inexpensive and it apparently works quite well. And William, in our chat and our Facebook group, has one, and he says it's really, really decent especially for the price. So when I saw this come across my desk, I figured I would share it because I think it's cool. Mushroom mods are going open source. So they basically have the STL that's there and ready for you if you want to print it out. I think that's really cool. I think that's really slick, and I'm going to put the link in the section. So open source. Want a 3D printed mech squonker? Have a 3D printer? Print it.
Pretty cool.
I just realized that my camera is really overexposed now. Oh, there it goes. That's because that's right. I have to reapply my stupid profile every time now. Yeah, I know you don't have them. That's what I'm saying. It's cool. So there's a link. If you want to download it, if you got a 3D printer, now you can print one out. I don't know how you're supposed to get the bar, right? That has to go inside to actually conduct the magic fairies that come out of the battery and direct them into your atomizer. But maybe they'll sell those. You can print your own box, but sell you the little Circuit bar. Okay. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all I got. John.
No, you have the big thing to talk about tonight.
What big thing?
The Pega Tech. You barely.
Oh,
talked about them.
No, that's what I was going to do that at the end. Like
No,
because
Oh,
I need to go swap my camera
you're
around.
gonna
I'll
tech
be right back. I'm gonna go get a pickle out of my fridge.
So, I have very little, but because Mass has referenced the meh shirt so many times, quiz. Does anybody know where this is from? Ryan, I would
There we
guess,
go.
Dude, I've had one of those shirts for years.
and I would guess that you know the source of the shirt.
Yeah.
I'm curious if anybody else knows the source of the shirt.
Are you waiting for Cat to tell you?
Or one of these other guys.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to get my camera ready.
I know you know. Because it's quite possibly, I would assume in your opinion as well, one of the best TV shows that's ever aired.
Arguably. Oh, my God, I forgot what a pain in the butt this was. Holy crap.
Not where it's from. I'm just trying to kill time until you have your camera set up because I don't have shit to talk about.
Masty might.
No, I got stuff. So finish your stuff.
Nobody in chat did get it at this point. It's from IT Crowd.
Yeah.
You've never seen
Actually, they credit The Simpsons for it. So shut your face.
You've never seen IT Crowd. Go watch IT Crowd.
Absolutely true.
Mass, go.
Oh, okay. So on to some Mooch news. Mooch made a post a few days ago on Reddit.
Hey, Matt,
basically says
Mooch, where can you find him?
you can find them at tasteyourmooch.com. That is Taste Your Mooch. I mean, I don't know, whatever Felipe Buscando's page is. He can put it in chat. But anyways, he made a post on Reddit, and he basically said, I've never considered the idea about basically endorsing a battery with anyone. So it would jeopardize everything that I've worked for as an independent tester. If you've heard anyone say that I was going to be endorsing a particular battery or was in discussions to endorse one, I would be very interested in knowing what you heard. So if you have heard, seen, see something, say something, anyone talking about Mooch and his batteries or something that he's going to endorse, please let Mooch know, either here in chat or at tastemyjuice.com/Mooch. And apparently somebody at the ECC show was saying that Mooch was going to be endorsing their batteries. So,
So I wonder where that came from.
So while I was
I know that guy.
while I was doing some investigating and reporting, I was able to find the battery that he's going to be endorsing, and here it is in side chat. There's the battery right there. And then I tried to find that picture of Mooch, and this picture came up. What is this? You care to explain where the hell this came from?
That's really frightening, actually.
What the hell is this? So I don't know, but anyways,
We
there's the
probably
battery.
know that if he's ever been on a TV or a vape show.
And there's the Mooch. So people, if you hear someone saying that this battery's been, endorsed by Mooch, and it's fake. So
Also, just to note, this is why Mooch has to run Kickstarter for battery testing, because he's a broke ass who owns a comic book shop. And makes
Yes.
no money.
so
Record store.
Comic book.
Comic book shops. Yes, I believe so. Let's see. In other news, I had a picture pulled up. Apparently, our friend Todd over in the shed has been a little hard at some money. So he has basically, I didn't even know he watched Plumes, but he basically saw this guy right here on the show. I'm gonna make sure I don't drop this. So this cool little guy here, and he's actually cloned it, and he calls it the Mini Todd. And let's see, we have a picture of it. Here it is. This is directly from Todd's Facebook page, and there it is. And so when we started doing some investigations on finding out how he got the 3D files to print this thing. Apparently, the ambassador to the UK gave it to him. Our own B. Welch basically sent him the files. So we go deeper down the rabbit hole.
It was part of a larger economic plan, Massey.
This will be on ukfasttech.com later on in the week, and it will be endorsed by Mooch. That's all I got.
Before you hit live, to circle back, somebody sent me a message about that mushroom squonker, by the way.
Yeah.
Apparently in Dean the Vaping Biker, that's Dean the Vaping Biker's new vlog.
Mm-hmm.
Dean the Vaping Biker.
How he made contacts and positive and negative stuff himself. So you might want to check out Dean the Vaping Biker's new vlog. That's Dean the Vaping Biker at deanthevapingbiker.com.
Yeah. Maybe, okay.
/have it large.
This is actually too bright. I thought it wasn't going to be bright enough.
Now it's too dark.
Now it's too dark.
Darkness says.
Darkness is. I suppose we could do.
No, that's good now.
Yeah, they good.
Once you have your hand on the thing, it's going to cast a shadow anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to turn down the exposure just a hair. All right, here we go. This is the port by Pega Tech. So this is a very, very unusual device, and it's worth me going over in just a little bit of detail because it's very unusual. It's made by a company called Pega Tech, but it's really made and designed and built by a guy named Peter Gatt. And this has actually been out for quite some time. I think it's actually been out for a couple of years in some amount of form. I think there's only like 300 of them in the wild, but this is one of them. And Peter very kindly offered to send one over for us to look at. And Sean ducked it and sent it straight to me. But I
squonk.
Yeah, it does not squonk.
Oh.
It does not squonk. So I did want to go over this thing a little bit. I am probably not going to do it really. I'm not going to go through and do like a full review on this thing, but I did want to show it to you a little bit just so you can see what it's got going on. Basically, it's an all-in-one. Think billet box, except for it's been around for quite some time, and it's got a built-in atomizer as opposed to having an atomizer you put into it. The tank, you can see the tank windows right here, and this right here is the display. The atomizer is here behind this top corner, and you've got a very unusual switch, which we'll talk about in just a minute. Obviously, a drip tip. These are where your batteries live. Look at that. When was the last time you saw 18350s button tops? Click, and the bottom you can access the tank directly from the bottom.
Are those series or parallel?
They are parallel, right? They're both facing the same way, but they're stacked, right? Oh, you know what? I've been lying before because now that you say that.
Yeah, those are series, bro.
Okay, those are series.
Hold on. So I wasn't lying then. Yeah, there we go. Right? Positive up, positive up.
Human centipede.
Right. And the reason is because
Whoa.
this guy is it's a buck, right? It can buck. It can't boost voltage, so he had to do it like that, which makes sense because this started being designed, I think he said 4 years ago. So here's a brief story about this thing, and one of the reasons why I think it's cool. So I saw this reviewed. Our buddy Damien from A Bloody Good Vaping reviewed this guy months ago. Can I throw 650 with magnets in there? No, because you don't have enough voltage. I can show you how big one is next to it, right? But it doesn't have enough magic pixies, which is why I did it like this. So the reason I thought this thing was cool is twofold. One is he designed everything in here, everything, including the board, including the display. And I think that's really, really cool. And then the other thing I thought was really cool was the switch. The switch is something that you have not seen on anything else because it's, well, as far as I can tell, it's unique. I've never seen anything quite like it. And I'll show you how that works. Well, I guess I can show you right now. There's a couple of different things you can do with a switch. You can slide it out, a short pull, and you can slide it out for a long pull. and you can click it. Those are all the modes that you can do to it. So I'm going to turn her off. And put her to sleep so you can see. So with those different switches, now you'll see what's kind of going on. So I'm going to wake him up. You can see it goes flash, 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 and goes port. And if you long pull, here comes your menu. Down wattage, up wattage, all that whole nonsense. And I mean, your resistance, there's settings. That's all the stuff that it can do. I'll show you what it looks like when you do the resistance. Hey, look, 0.7, which you can't read on this at all. It's really sad. I'm sorry.
Not very well, no.
Right, sad story. But the short of it is, it can do 35 watts. I don't know why you would ever want to, and I'll talk about why that is in just a minute. But it also does temperature limiting. So Peter has designed this board in this thing, and there's actually there's a main board in here. There's a small daughter board for the switch and a small daughter board for the display. So all three of those things all kind of work together, and like I said, they're all designed by Peter, and it does temperature limiting with an IFE wire, or you can do regular wattage with Canthal. That's, to me, that just sort of busts my brain, how somebody is not going to pick up an Evolve board, which, by the way, when this started being designed, Evolve was still in the DNA, like the Darwin, like the 12 volt or the 12 watt. DNA 20 wasn't even out yet at that time. So, and you put freaking temperature limiting in here and all the math and stuff that's involved in that. I think some of these things are super, super cool, and I hope you do too, because I just want to talk to you a little bit about it. And you're about to see in just a moment why, in my opinion, and all you mesh freaks don't freak out, because I'm about to say something that might not make you happy. It is it's got a little cotter pin there you take out of this guy, and you can see the build deck. Oh, look. Oh, it's mesh. It's mesh. And it's kind of mesh only because the hole that you have there is really small. Now, you can run this in cotton mode. I have tried it. It does work. But it's... how do you say this? You need to run a really, really low wattage because it's not going to wick terribly well with the size of hole that it's got in there. I guess that's the best way to put it. There are guys that are running this with cotton at 5 to 10 watts that are doing so with the high nick, like Mr. Salty sorts of juices, and it does work. I can confirm it works, but I wanted to try to really give the mesh thing a good whack, so that's why I have it built with mesh. Let's see, what else can I show you about this guy? It's got a little chamber.
Is that a seal all the way around?
Yeah, that's one long Buna-N seal that kind of goes all the way around that really weird shape.
Okay.
Here's that is one other thing that I need to tell you about. So when I got this thing, and you know what? I'm gonna get out of here. I'm tired of doing close-up. You've seen what I need to see close-up. Sorry, Cisco. I'm going to take this off. Put my camera back up, because I'm tired of being close up and out of focus. Ugh. Massey, is this why you always ask for some hold music while you're doing this?
Yes. We can give you some hold music.
I can get down with this.
Thank you.
Listen to statistics for this too.
No, I don't think so.
Oh!
Okay, he's back.
Thank you. That was a great transition. So, little tour around the Pega Tech Port. Now, what I need to tell you is one of the things that I found just super fascinating about it. And what it was is, when this came to me, this is actually Larry at Vaping Art's personal mod, which I didn't know when I got it, which apparently it is. So when it came here, it actually was reeking of RY4 or something when I opened up the box, and when I got into a little bit more, it was damp inside. So I don't know what really happened. Whoa, what just happened? Everything's black.
Why is it gotta be black?
Masty's black. Masty's all black.
Nasty is all black. Yeah.
What's that wrong?
So the short of it is it was really damp. I did build it. It worked okay, and then the screen kind of went away. So like it kind of just faded away. And I was in a hangout with somebody and they wanted to see it. So I went to go show it to them and it kind of goes, and I was like, oh shit. So I contacted Peter. I was like, hey, this is going on. Is this normal? He goes, no, it's not normal. What happened? And I told him that it was damp. He goes, oh shit, I could have got on the board and whatever. So he actually jumped into a hangout and showed me that this thing is fully user serviceable. And you don't need to know anything about soldering. There's no solder in here as far as like wires to go to the different boards and to go to your 510, or not 510, but into the atomizer. No boards. It's all hard connections. So it's totally user serviceable, which I just find fascinating. You can take this thing to bits. You can pull the board out. You can take the switch to bits. You can pull that out. You can even disconnect the display from the board. And if any of those things ever did go wrong, or if I guess in the future he has an upgrade for it, you can just get that piece and then do it yourself, which is awesome. I think that's just amazing to me. So I literally took this thing to the very, very bottom of how it can be taken apart and washed it with Everclear, and then got it to air dry and then put it all back together. And it was still a little bit.
Her cloud maker was working on something like that.
Yeah, exactly. They did, except for this is done really, really well.
Oh yeah.
I was super impressed. I was super impressed.
I mean, from the looks of it, it looks very neat.
It's very tidy. It's very small. It's smaller than a billet box, and it kind of does the same thing. The bumpers, it's a mesh. But the good news about that, and I think Sean and I mentioned this a couple weeks ago when this came in, is he's drilling new bodies out to have a larger wick hole for a vertical mesh build. Or not mesh build, a vertical cotton build, which I think is really cool. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see that because I really want this thing to work well. The short of it is, I should have talked about this probably last week, and I didn't really know how I wanted to talk about it. And I think the short of it is, I think it just, what I decided is I think I just need to talk about it and say, this thing is awesome. It's amazing from top to bottom. Peter made a really, really cool thing, and I don't like the way it vapes. Sorry.
That's V1 problems.
What's that?
Billet box V1 problems.
Yeah, that's right. It's the Rev 3 billet box all over again. That's what I said about the Rev 3 is I love everything about it except for how it vapes. This thing is even cooler in many, many ways. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, that's it. But that's me, right? If there's people that like a mesh build, cool. If it's somebody that wants to run, 40 milligram mixed salts and run cotton in it, it'll do that too, and really, really, really well. So there's a thing. I don't know what the stock is going to look like in Vaping Art. In fact, do they even have one in stock right now? I'm not sure if they do or not. Vaping Art Port. I'll look for you. Here it comes. Oh, by the way, not terribly cheap. It's $650. It is in stock though. It is in stock at Vaping Art. There's the link.
So someone said Sean looks like a white Rick Ross.
Yeah, that's what I was talking.
I was just gonna put it side by side, but they don't look anything alike.
We don't. I'd call that pretty low. Cats was better, and if I actually had ambition right now, I would have pulled it up. But I really look like the Smethport Wooly Willy guy.
Yeah,
I was never really aware that my face was that generic, but
Well, with the sunglasses on, you look like Action Bronson.
it's relative.
so basic.
Yeah.
So basic.
Anyway, so thank you to Peter for sending that thing over there. I had a blast using it. And by the way, I learned some really good tricks about mesh when he was sitting in the hangout for 2 hours and we were talking about this thing and breaking it down and putting it back over. He showed me how to build mesh. I mean, you just saw me. I had like a 3 or 4 second, drag on mesh. And it works. I just don't really care for the flavor that you get off of mesh. Like, it tastes odd to me. It tastes a little metally. It tastes a little odd. But it's not bad because it's not – once you get it broken in, it doesn't taste like that so much. But to me, I get a lot more flavor off of a cotton build. I just do. So even though now I kind of know how to do it, it's still not quite my thing. But I appreciate the chance to check out a really super, super cool, talk about boutique-y, custom-y, bespoke things. It's expensive, but you get a lot of hands-on, help from the modder, and I think it's cool. I think it's cool shit. Support your small modders. Support small miners.
Who's gold? That is the answer.
Foos Gold may be the. I will probably do that. Let me get rid of my build mat here. I will probably do that before I.
I feel like you may lose out on that a bit because you don't drink coffee.
I don't drink coffee for alpha, although it's now cold, so I wouldn't object to going and buying some coffee. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's now getting some chilies, although it's a little warm today. It's
We can't tell from your wardrobe.
No, I mean my house only drops like 3 degrees because my wife, at least in her opinion, would turn into an ice cube if it drops below 70 degrees in the house. So,
oh please.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. I turned down the.
It's 66 down. It's 66 down here.
Turn down for what?
Yeah. No, my wife would die. She would die.
Yeah, it's overclocking season down here.
Oh, that's a bummer. It reset itself when I pulled the batteries. Or something. It reset itself down to 3 watts. That's why it wasn't firing just a moment ago. It was just firing at 3 watts.
That was Sean.
Oh, you know what? There was another small downside. It's kind of right-handed. You kind of have to hold it and do the Jenny tilt like this with your right hand. Do it with your left hand, but you gotta hold it kind of funny. Anyway, still a cool dude. Still a cool mod.
Can't you still thumb fire it with your left hand comfortably, or are you covering like air and shit?
Oh no, the air is still above. Oh, by the way, I should have told you that little air hole is adjustable. It comes with little inserts to change the air.
So how does which hand affect the way you hold it? Seems like you could hold it either way in either hand.
Because of where the wick hole is. It's not in the center. It's on the side. So if you're looking at it, it's on the left side. So you kind of have to have it canted off in your left hand like that a little bit.
Gotcha.
Oh my God! Someone said Zach Galifianakis with cancer.
Jesus.
Pretty much any fat, bearded, bald guy, I guess.
Well, what else are we supposed to say you look like? Fucking Jim Morrison?
Actually, I still think Katz is the closest. Also the most generic, but probably the closest. You guys are
disappointed, Dr.
I don't know. I think Ahmed's Guess Who is also a good one. The Guess Who guy.
I say you look like Action Bronson with the sunglasses on.
I don't see Action Bronson at all. Not even a little bit. That feels like a lazy pull because he's fat, bald, and bearded.
I am eating ice, Slod, because my throat was killing me. So I know it's probably opposite, but
you're better than that, man.
What else am I supposed to find something you look like?
Wait a minute. Who? Oh, Tired Cena. I was like, who the hell gave Cena?
You're right, Sean. You look like Moby.
I thought it was Tired Tina. I was like, who the hell gave half voice to or half op to freaking Tina? Oh, it's Kyle. Sorry.
Uncle Fester goes.
Uncle Fester.
I'll take that.
We should have a contest of match that face and put Sean's face right up on there.
Hey, somebody take a screenshot. We can do it if you guys want. I don't care.
Yeah, okay, but you cannot Photoshop. So it has to be
okay. I said this one a while back.
No, it has to be legit. It looks like him. Like
okay, how about this
no
one?
Photoshop.
Rob Reiner.
Why are you giving people now? Are we doing a contest or
Rob Reiner?
Yeah, we're doing a contest.
Oh, there you go.
The contest, you win 3 internet points.
Internet points it is. I'm all about a little bit of self-deprecation. Let's do it.
I feel like
if we're gonna do that, then it needs to be all 4 of us.
We've done. How many times have we done that?
No, we've never done. We've never done
it as a contest.
Match.
Right.
No,
we've never to a host.
No, not even a celebrity match. You know, somebody on a paperback book, just something to our faces.
1 entry per person, full line of juice, power deadline, U.S. only for winners. Sorry, if you're out of the country, you get internet points.
Yeah. So U.S. and a mod of my choice, I'm going to send you.
Pretty much, you have to provide your proof.
Yeah, it'll be
It's gotta be a photo next. It's gotta be photo next to photo. Like that's what you're allowed to Photoshop.
Yep.
Just a picture of one
Side by
house
side.
next to a person that they look like side by side. We'll make.
You know, I mean, perfect example.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wait, that isn't. It's disqualified. That's over under, not side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's
that's
also
over.
not one of the hosts. Otherwise, that would probably win.
right.
Are you going to make a thread for this contest that you're coming up with?
Yeah, we'll make a thread for it.
It's totally Rob
Yep.
Reiner.
Yep. That's
We'll
good.
make a thread for it.
Yeah,
It'll be
and
good. It'll be fun.
Again, no Photoshop, just straight up. Yeah, man, this guy is, identical. Like, Anksy was over there dancing in the parade.
You found my
Uh,
doppelganger.
I am anticipating a whole lot of.
I did.
That dude on SoundCloud, right?
Where is that picture? Hang on, I gotta find this shit now.
I have it.
Okay,
Who wants
pull
that
it up.
picture from you, Masty?
Okay, I'll send it to you.
I'm trying to remember who was the. I sent it to someone recently.
I am legitimately anticipating a shit ton of angsty and Deal or No Deal guy.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, I've only
Well,
told him
there's
that
a
enough
shit ton
times.
of him and the dude from Disturbed.
Right.
Masty, I'm putting it in our chat
I
now.
would put him closer to the dude from Disturbed.
What about the other one that we get is the dude from that trucking or redneck car modification show? Somebody.
Oh,
I've gotten that several times.
yeah, that's what the hell's his name? The wrestler, ain't it?
Don't give names.
Wasn't it
Let
wrestling?
people go find it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Ahmed, where'd you put the?
In our chat.
Oh,
Facebook.
okay. So I was sitting here browsing through some SoundCloud, and I see that this, like these people like this song, and I go down and there's a user icon, and this guy, let me pull this guy up. So this guy shows up, and I just looked at it, and I'm like, wait, when did Ahmed? Let me pull it.
Oh, you're still black. You need to redo it.
Yeah. I know. When did
Oh, there you
Ahmed
go.
pick up the?
Dude, seriously, straight up, that is the closest looking thing to me I have ever seen.
Unbelievable.
Oh, there's another one that I just got recently too.
Call me
he
Max
was a-
Brady, I guess.
He was a designated hitter for, I think it's the Cubbies. Somebody, like a buddy of mine that lives in Chicago, texted me. And he goes, "Did you just join the Cubbies?" And the guy did look pretty. He did look pretty.
Is he talking about John Lester?
I don't remember. I don't remember his name. It's just maybe it was a. Was he? I think it was a DH. I think he was DH
For the Cubs?
for the Cubs, or not for the Cubs.
They're in the
Sorry,
National League, homie.
they are in the National League.
The White Sox?
What the hell was he playing? He was. I swear he was for the Cubs, and I thought he was.
I'm trying to run through the lineup in my head right now, but
I have to go back and look for it. Anyway, this is boring. We should end the show.
Yeah, it's up. The thread exists. It's there.
Mass, you need to message that guy and ask him where he got that picture from. I'm that curious.
Did you pull this from the Instagram feed?
Oh shit!
Bye, everybody.
Here come the Mooch. I sent you the message. Bye.
Who is this?
The
Peace.
image.
See ya.
Adios.
Wu-Tang.